Now the obvious way to navigate around Excel is by using the mouse. Just go ahead and click on any cell to select it, and then to find out where you're at, you can look at the column that you're in, that's shaded up at the top, column F, and then the row all the way to the left-hand side is 12. So the name of the cell you've got is F12, and for reference you can look at the name box F12. You can also use the arrow keys on the keyboard to go up, down, left, or right, or the tab key, tab, tab goes to the right, or hold down the shift key and then hit the tab and it goes to the left. You can also, of course, use the scroll bars down below. When you click on the arrow, it scrolls right column by column, or down row by row, and also up row by row. Or if you have a large data range here that you want to quickly advance to, you can also just simply click on the scroll bar itself and slide it, and you can really move fast than just doing it row by row or column by clicking on the arrows here. Now to get back to the beginning, or in this case, let's say column A, hit the home key on the keyboard and it'll always take you back to column A. If you want to get back to cell A1, which is the start of any worksheet, then the shortcut keys are Control Home. Now by the same token, if you want to get to the end, well, this changes just a bit. If you hit the End key on the keyboard, it doesn't automatically take you to the end of the columns, but in combination, when you hit the End key and any arrow key, it'll advance to the end of the data range, but if there's no data, it goes all the way to the end. So in other words, if I hit End and I want to go to the right and there's some data there, it'll go to the end of that range. Or if I hit End and arrow to the right and there's no data, it goes all the way to the end of the worksheet, well, to the last column there. And also it's the same when you go down. So if I hit the End key and hit the down arrow, because there's no data range below it, it goes all the way to the end of the worksheet, the last row, which is over 1,000,000. That's fun. You got your work cut out for you if you want to fill in all those cells. So to go ahead and go back to the beginning, hold down the Control key and hit Home, and we're back to cell A1. And then if you want to advance screen by screen, like we've got a total of 28, 29 rows, and I hit the page down, it goes to the next screen, starts at 29 down to 56, page down, and then to go back, of course, page up. And if you want to advance to the right or to the left on the screen, then hold down the Alt key and go page down to go right, and then Alt page up to go left. Now, as far as navigating from worksheet to worksheet, well, I know by default Excel only gives you one, but hey, let's go ahead and click on the plus sign a couple of times and add a few more worksheets. And go back to sheet 1. You can also use the shortcut keys Control, page down, and you'll see down at the bottom as I control page down, that's how you can advance without using the mouse, those shortcut keys from one worksheet to the next. So Control page down, and then Control page up, page up, page up, and we're back to sheet 1. Now, besides navigating around, when it comes to selecting a range of cells, because maybe you want to apply some formatting to it, make them bold, italics, underline, or whatever you want to do to it, to select a range of cells, not just one, but maybe two, just click and drag. Now, when it comes to clicking and dragging, you get three options. In other words, you get the white cross. Do you see the white cross? Whenever you see the white cross, that means it's in selection mode. Just click and drag. But if you hover over a range that's already selected and you get a four-way arrow, that means that it's not in selection mode. That means that you can actually take the range that you have and click and drag it and actually move the data within that range over. Or the other one is in the lower right-hand corner, the black cross. That's called the autofill handle, and we'll discuss that later on. So you got three options there. You have the black cross, the four-way arrow, and then the white cross. To keep it simple, let's just focus on the white cross when it comes to selecting a range of data. Click and drag, click and drag. You can also select a non-consecutive range of cells by holding down the Control key and then clicking here, clicking there, clicking there, clicking there. And then you can also click and drag with the Control key held down and do a range, but still holding on to the other cells, because if I click off, it now deselects the range of cells that I had selected. You can also do a block range of selection by holding down the Shift key. So if I come down here from cell I8 to, I don't know, L14, when I click, of course it's not going to select the range, but if I hold down the Shift key and click, it does a block selection. And then of course holding down the Shift key and clicking over here, here does the block. But if I change to the Control key and then go ahead and click and drag, it keeps the block that I have there and allows me to go ahead and select other cells or click and drag cell ranges, again with the Control key held down. If I want to go ahead and select the entire worksheet, you can do Control A and it selects everything. including the selection of the selection. Let me go ahead and click off. Or in the upper left-hand corner, you have the Select All cell between the column headers A, B, C, D and the row headers. That's the Select All cell. Click on it. It's just like doing the shortcut key Control A. And then to quickly advance to a cell, if it's way out there in Boonie land, like let's say I don't want to move my mouse all the way over to column K, row 20, because boy, that's a long stretch for me. Just come up here and click in the name box and type in K20 and then hit enter. Takes you right to it. Cool. Now you're probably worried about, as I am, these extra worksheets. Right click on them and delete them.